and welcome back, everyone, to where's my hold on, why am I not on the screen? Because I'm using a thumbnail. There we go. That's the thumbnail I took. I'm not moving at all. I am just on the screen. So welcome back to the children of Naruto. How strong could they be? So I've done Naruto, I've done Sasuke, and I've done the respective lives, at least the first round of them. There's so many Naruto characters, we could spend God knows how long time doing this. But let's get some other characters a shot here. Let's get someone else a shot here. Neji Hyuga, gone but not forgotten. The character who a lot of people said got a raw deal, was killed solely so Naruto and Hinata can get together. But when you really break it down, I think his arc, did ultimately pan out the way it should have been. He made his own choice. It is ironic they did sacrifice himself the way his dad did. That is ironic. So to protect the main household, but he did it on his own accord more than anything else. But if Neji had survived and had spawned some offspring of his own, how would it have gone down? What would these children look like? Well, let's talk about the one that we don't want to talk about, but because of the way Naruto works, let's talk about it. The kid of Neji and Hinata. Now, let's be clear about several things. One, I do not condone incest in any way, shape, or form. But B, Naruto kind of does. How do you think these clans stay pure blood, whatever, pure blood Uzumaki? There's incest involved. Plus, they're cousins, so those kind of relationships are a lot more palatable in the Naruto world. But regardless, it's all hypothetical anyway. So in a hypothetical where Neji and Hinata did in fact have a kid together, how strong would this Hyuga be? Well, the problem here is that you really just wind up with a Hyuga. That's it. Now, you would probably get the strongest Hyuga that has ever existed. Neji is stated to be the strongest Hyuga in Hyuga history. It's been stated multiple times. He was only getting stronger. It was stated that he was his blood, the blood line ran strongest through him, and that later on he had pretty much surpassed Hinata, Hiashi, all that. Now Hinata probably did surpass him as she did live longer, but if he had continued to grow as well, he almost certainly probably would have become the head of the clan because rules would have probably changed, and B, he would have been godly strong. But Hinata is also very strong herself. So this kid would almost certainly have all the Hyuga, Byakugan is a given. But it would have all the techniques of the Hyuga clan, rotation, vacuum pump, you name it. Some of Hinata's techniques, that lion fist one. However, there is one possible thing this kid could also have. This kid may, mind you, be able to awaken the Tetsaigon. Now, the Tetsaigon is basically what happens when you do an Eternal Mangekyo eye replacement, or basically do the thing you get, replace Byakugan replace your eye with a Byakugan of a Hyuga, similar to what you do to get the Eternal MS. Except it does have to be an Otsutsuki. That is a big requirement for it. But as far as we know, Hinata does have some of Hamura's chakra in there. This is why, combined with the 6-path chakra that Naruto has, this is believed to be why Boruto has the Jogan. So what happens instead when you get someone whose Hyuga blood runs as strong as Neji's, mixed with Hinata's strong Hyuga blood too, but also her latent 6-path chakra that gets mixed in there? Could a weaker version of the Tetsaigon possibly form? Or could just the Jogan emerge instead of a Byakugan, like straight up? If I were to say which one's the more likely of the two unlikely scenarios, it's probably more the Tetsaigon, but what do you think is more likely? Let me know. But to be fair, if this kid didn't awaken the Jogan instead, it would be in both eyes. So yeah, it's difficult to say what would actually happen. All I know is this would be probably the most boring of the kids, just because, again, there's nothing new here, except for maybe it's Saigon, but it'd still be a powerful kid. Then let's go with the one next. We have the character that Neji was always shipped with, Tenten. Tenten. So you would have someone who's got knowledge on seals, storage field specifically, who has knowledge on seals, a Hyuga, who would also be a weapons master, because his mom, the mom attendant would stress weapons, stress the mastery of that. And so you would have a Hyuga who, using their Byakugan, we would probably be able to pinpoint and target just about anyone, where no matter where they are, save for the little blind spot there. Channeling chakra and maybe targeting the chakra points. I mean, I can see Senbon being would someone with like Neji's precision, Senbon fused with some of your chakra. Oh, that's a nasty combo right there. So I can see that happening, definitely. No, otherwise, no, again, and this kid would also have a pretty large chakra reserve, as we know. Tenten actually, shockingly, has a pretty big reserve. And Neji has a solid reserve as well, so they have a pretty large chakra pool. Then we got Ino. Now, Ino's a weird one. Ino does have some medical ninjutsu that she could pass on, but most importantly is her clan jutsu, the Yamanaka the Yamanaka techniques, particularly the mind transfer, the mind destruction. This might be like one of those scenarios where, oh, they're a Hyuga, they can also do this. Like, I don't know how this would really mix together in terms of doing something unique with each other's abilities. I mean, at least with the Sharingan, there's the idea that you could theoretically just cast the mind transfer jutsu just by looking without a hand sign. I suppose you could do the same with the Byakugan, but the Sharingan already casts jutsus with its eyes anyway. It doesn't without hand seals anyway, so it's already got that ability built right in. Whereas the Byakugan doesn't do that. I don't know if there's. I mean, I could say this. I could see this because of how much distance you can get with the Byakugan, checking chakra signatures, all that. This could be similar to what Kankuro kind of did with the puppet string technique, where he was able to make such long, thin strands that they extended for miles. You could maybe track someone with your Byakugan and hit them from with the mind transfer jutsu from a straight distance, so long as you've got the aim right. And it's feasible. I think maybe that's what you could do. And basically what's happening is you're sniping people from a distance with a mind transfer jutsu, or mind destruction jutsu, and just killing people from afar. And then the legend of the Hyuga ghost could maybe like run through the village in the stone or something like that. That's actually something that could work. That could work. Then we have everyone's least favorite girl, who probably gets more hate than she deserves, Sakura. Again, this is unlike Sarada, who did kind of copy her mom's strength by watching with the Sharingan, the Byakugan would be a lot more effective at doing this, because that increased strength comes from channeling chakra into your body. So if you see the amount of chakra going in there, try to copy it, there you go. So automatically, this kid's got Sakura's strength and the gentle fist, which means, unlike Rock Lee, where your fighting style is dangerous as it is with when we did Lee with Hinata, and just bruises and just contusions, all that, along with all the damage gentle fist is doing. This is someone who, combining their chakra, not just in their their strength in their arms, but just their gentle fist, means you might just start Saitamaing people out of existence. Add on to the fact that if this kid's able to learn medical ninjutsu, a Hyuga with the ability to use medical ninjutsu on even half the scale Sakura can use it on, that might be the best medic in the world. Because you literally, X-ray vision, chakra network, the whole kit and caboodle. Not to mention that Sakura is a highly skilled genjutsu user, and has a master chakra control. So you're getting someone who, without the Byakugan, master chakra control, the ability to use super strength combined with the gentle fist and the healing arts, not to mention dispelling genjutsu on an expert level. Yeah, this would be a pretty busted kid in many ways. Last but not least, though, just to round it out, we got the remaining best girl of Konoha, Tamari. This is an odd one. We know from Gen X that things like intelligence are inherited, and Neji is extremely intelligent. He's a gifted genius, and Tamari is extremely intelligent. So you'd have a Probably not Shikadai, Shikamaru, and Tamari level kid, but you have the next step down from that. So you'd have a very intelligent Hyuga who could now use wind release, probably combining it with the vacuum palm for, vacuum gale palm or whatever. Also, probably using it to sharpen their fingers because that's how it's described when you're using wind release, sharpening a blade, grinding a blade together. So basically, you'd have someone who's basically got these fine needle-like hands and just slice and dice, or literally just throw the gentle fist and fire bullets directly into people. Your rotation now becomes basically a whirlwind, not whirlwind, but whirlwind. If they learn to use the fan, maybe funneling chakra into there as well, but I don't see you hitting chakra points then. Still, there's a lot of applications that a Hyuga with a wind-based jutsu could do. Ooh, excuse me. So, yeah, Tamari and Neji would also be a great combo. Who would be the strongest kid out of this group? Ooh, that's a tough call. Let me see here. We, if I remember correctly, I got to Tenten, again, Hinata's, unless they are able to activate the Saigon, that Hinata's probably just a standard strong Hyuga. Tenten's really not that impressive. I think the strongest one is actually Sakura. But the most dangerous one, in theory, is the Ino one. Like I said, being able to snipe someone with a mind destruction or mind control jutsu or a mind body or mind transfer jutsu from kilometers away where they can't even see what's going on, that is frightening levels of potential. Still, though, this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Who should we do for the next video? Actually, I'm going to start letting you guys decide now that I've gone through like the first main core 4. Next Monday, who do you want to see? We're going to use another one of the male members of the Konoha 12. So we've done Naruto, we've done Sasuke, now we've done Neji. So among the remaining, someone in Konoha at any rate, at least among that group, I'd like to remain there until we branch out more. Let me know who you'd like to probably see next up. Again, we'll eventually get to everyone, and we're obviously going to be doing repeats of characters multiple times. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you next time.